Hello everybody, Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans. What we do around here, we bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health paradigm. We try to do that as often as we can, usually several times per week. We bring about conversations that will lead you forward in a positive direction. And if you are looking for coaching, would love to be of connection with you, and we'd love to do that. And a couple ways to do that: you can reach out through Twitter or at PO Perception on Twitter, and also through the About Me section of this YouTube page. And ultimately, we can connect. This is our Life Lessons series, and so these are just things that life may be trying to teach you, but you may be kind of ignoring the lesson, or trying to look past it, or kind of banging your head against the wall, wondering what you're being taught in this season of your life. So the first is, the only thing in the world we can control is our reactions, our responses, and our emotional state. Yes, we can control our emotions. It's not always easy, but being able to process them and then switch to an emotion that's more pleasurable is possible. Also, controlling our reactions and responses is something we always have. We do not, however, have the ability to control the thoughts, feelings, emotions, or actions of other people. And for many people who have control-related issues, the desire to be able to control other people and or the action of manipulating them can become addictive, especially if it's a way that we're coping with past hurts that we haven't cleared or dealt with. So the next thing is, avoid getting into a rut. Variety is one of the 6 basic human needs that almost every human being needs in some form or another on a continual basis. And so, when we get into a rut where nothing new is happening, even if it's something small, like going a new route to work, or looking for beauty in nature, or trying a new restaurant down the street, we will eventually create some level of depression within ourselves, partially because we're not meant to be so routine that our life can be kind of lived by rote or lived by heart. And the next is practice. The more we practice something, the easier we can get to it. The ability to practice new behaviors, the ability to practice what we want out of life is important, and the ability to practice is also something that we need to be able to do in order to create positive change for our own value. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that we understand that the things we practice are always healthy, so introducing new and healthy practices into our life to replace bad habits is also a good idea. What we practice, we eventually become, and what we become eventually becomes on autopilot. Evolution of our thoughts, feelings, and knowledge is also important. Looking at evolution as a continual process of the mind, spirit, and heart is important. Also, looking to enhance positive patterns of behavior and break negative ones is also valuable. Understanding your patterns is important, and in order to do that, you must look inward between the link as it relates to your emotions and your actions. So, every emotion will create an action. Every action is first spurred on by an emotion or series of them. So, excuse me, when we begin to understand the value of connecting the link between our patterns of behavior and our emotional state, we can then begin to change the things that are unhealthy, modify the things that are healthy and ramp them up, and also understand ourselves better. Understanding that we are mortal and that we're living on borrowed time is also valuable in a number of ways. Your answers to anything that is plaguing you is inward, but also realizing that human beings are finite, and they also have a limited amount of time at which they are not accessed to the exact limit is important. When a person does not understand this, they will eventually get to a place of self-rejection, which is both unhealthy and ultimately unproductive. So hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground and your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.